Hey everybody, you're in the reaction room with Reese. Welcome. Today's recap is season 2, episode 42. But before we get started, I need a favor. Subscribe to my channel. It would really help me out. Now let's see what's going on beyond the gates. We start off at Ted's office. Leslie calls him and asks if he had a talk with Isaiah. He says it's already taken care of, and I don't need your input. Meanwhile, Isaiah is at the country club checking to see if there's a dinner reservation for him and Ted. And then Andre walks in and tells him Ted reserved a basketball court instead of a dinner table. Over at Orphy Jean's, Tomas runs into Eva, and she tells him that Ted set up a meeting with Isaiah, and she's nervous about it. Tomas tells her Ted had a talk with him too, and he called him out about sleeping with her. Carlton comes over to Ted's office to talk to him about his schedule, but Ted says he's on his way to the gym, and he invites him to play hoops with him, Andre, and Isaiah. Carlton tells Ted he'll embarrass him, so they make a bet. The loser buys lunch for a week. Vanessa tells Nicole, "You have a lovely daughter with exquisite taste, but extremely high standards." She says she didn't want anything I showed her. Nicole says, "I thought she loved living with Chelsea." Vanessa tells her, "I think that honeymoon is over." And then, here comes Leslie. Haley buys dinner to thank Bill for planning a trip for their anniversary. And then, he asks her if she's ready to start trying for a baby again. Carlton tells Ted that he has glass ankles, and then they run into Kyle. And Ted asks him about ankle sprains. When Kyle finds out they're going to play basketball, he says he plays too. So Carlton tells him to join them if he's not afraid to get embarrassed. Leslie asks Vanessa to use her connections to get major news outlets to cover her announcement about the opening of the clinic. And Vanessa tells her, "I'm not letting you anywhere near the press." Tomas tells Eva that Ted is only looking out for her, but she's afraid he's going to scare Isaiah off. Ted and Carlton choose teams. So it's going to be Ted, Isaiah, and Kyle versus Carlton and Andre and whoever they can recruit at the gym. Leslie and Nicole get into it. And then Vanessa tells Leslie if she wants her help, she needs to leave. Nicole goes off about Leslie ruining her family and not having to pay for it. And now Vanessa is helping her with the clinic. Vanessa says she only agreed because it's a way to honor Doug. That's not how I remember it. Haley tries to talk Bill out of trying for another baby. She uses every excuse in the book, from his health to her fake miscarriage and the mugging. But Bill says, if we both get the all clear from our doctors, will you be ready? And she says yes. Vanessa tells Nicole that obsessing over Leslie is a win for her. She says, let's change the subject. And then she brings up that double date with her and Joey. Back at Orphy Jean's, Leslie walks over to the table and chases Tomas away. Eva tells her Isaiah is spending the day with Ted. And then Leslie says, thanks to me. She says, my love life is not a game. Then Leslie says, but if they hit it off, autumn weather would be perfect for a wedding. Eva tells Leslie that her and Isaiah are not rushing into anything. She says, I'm starting to think this isn't even about me. So Carlton's team won. And then Ted tells Isaiah to meet him at the bar. He wants to have a beer with him. Tomas tells Bill and Haley that Lynette has no paper trail. She barely exists. Bill says maybe she's just being smart by scrubbing her history. So Tomas tells Haley, if she opens up to you, I hope I can count on you to share what she says. Nicole tells Vanessa that she doesn't feel comfortable spending time with Joey, but Vanessa won't let it go. So Nicole calls Carlton. Meanwhile, Carlton and Kyle are going back and forth about Nicole. And then Carlton answers Nicole's call in front of him. She asks him out, but he can't make it. And of course, Kyle gets jealous. Ted asks Isaiah about his intentions with Eva. He says he just wants to keep her happy. And then Ted tells him he has some concerns about his history. Isaiah says he's changed and that's all in the past. Ted says he believes people can change. And then he warns him about Leslie. Kyle calls Vanessa and tells her he needs her help. Eva tells Leslie if she pushes Isaiah away, she will never forgive her. She says, "Remember, you taught me everything I know about revenge." And that's how the show ended today. Hey, thanks for watching. And please don't forget, subscribe, like, comment, and share. And I will talk to you in the next one, okay? Bye.